just kind of let you know what's going on today. We got Scott coming out here. He's bringing in a 1968 Dart GTS, my brother-in-law's car. He's had it for about 20 years. My sister ended up with cancer, and so they've had to put all their finances into getting her treated. They've been talking about selling this car, so he thinks I'm going to buy it. But what I want to do is fix it and completely rebuild it so they have a nice ride, because just as you know, life's too short. You just don't know what's around the corner, even from your experiences with cancer and stuff. I know it's his dream car. I can't let someone get rid of their dream car. Family is the most important thing,
Most definitely.
And so that's what I'm looking at, is doing something for them so they have something, to go into the future.
Me, I'm all for it, man. I'm all about it. I've been down that road, and I'm willing to help.
One of the things here at Big Daddy's is that's what we do. We help, people, they've been very good to us, so why not give back to them?
I agree, yeah.
Looks like Scott's coming.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
You take a look at my car and tell me what you think.
So this is what, a 1968 Dodge Dart, right?
68 Dart Convertible.
Is it the GTS or just regular GT?
Just the regular GT, 6-cylinder car.
What would you like to do to it?
My whole plan for this car was to rebuild it myself, but I've kind of run into some issues, so I'm maybe looking for a little help.
When we got that sudden information about my sister, he's been a great person with her. He's been better than any man that I know could ever handle her. I know. But, he promised to build this car for her, so they could run around as husband and wife and, going out and, just cruising.
I have another, I have 68 hardtop.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like a his or hers type thing when I first got the vision for these cars, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford to really take care of the car like I would want to. My wife, she developed cancer 3 years ago, and it's squamous cell carcinoma, and she got it on her tongue. She's just stuck in that situation right now. She can't eat. She has to be fed through a feeding tube. It's just really heartbreaking.
I just want to let you know, Scott, I would like to rebuild this car for you and my sister. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely down for that.
Yeah, it's the first time you told me the story about the backstory about your wife and the car. I can relate to that, because I myself was a stage 3C cancer survivor. So I know what you're going through financially.
Every time I've ever talked to her about it, I can all I can say is I can only imagine. Like even with this guy right here, he's got his issues, and I'm like, I can only imagine.
Here's my whole thing. I believe in paying it forward. After I got sick, I realized how short life is. If I can help you do something, maybe someone that sees that will go, you know what, that's such a nice idea. Why don't I help someone else? And we just start building it like that. It only starts with one person.
For me, it would mean that a lifelong dream would be, achieved. I just think about her, and she's looked at this thing in the garage for, over 20 years, and I feel like I at least owe it to her, to give her something nice to ride in.
Why don't you show Joe and I some things about this car?
The condition of the car is really rough because it came from Michigan. There's been some rust penetration in the frame rails and in the floor pans.
Are you wanting to keep the same motor in it, or you want to do something different?
No, I want to restomod it and bring it back to modern days. My whole vision for this car has always been to Hellcat it. I don't know if this car could handle a Hellcat.
I'm sure we can do some stuff.
He can fix it up and beef it up in between it. PV back there in our fabrication shop.
What's the color you're going with on this? Back original?
Back original red. That's the original red it had.
Okay.
If you can see it.
Yeah, it's like a
metallic. No, this is maroon.
Oh, this ain't it?
If you open that driver door there, you can see the original red and the jams. That's the color it was.
Toro red.
Toro red, yeah.
That's what it looked like, right?
How bad are the frame rails?
And they look pretty decent, The floor pans look pretty bad, but the frame rails look good.
Frame rails are okay?
Yeah.
I think the major thing is the quarter panel right here.
Yeah, the rockers.
Yeah, the rocker, the quarter panel,
Can you open
bottom
up
of
the
the door.
trunk so we can check that out?
You got a screwdriver?
Didn't you say something about tubbing it at one time?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a mini tub so I can at least put some 12s or something underneath it.
It actually has the original trunk light in it. And it's not even up high where it would shine in the whole car. Well, like I said, I've made fun of you all for 30 years about having this car and not getting it running. Let's make that dream come true.
Yep.
This way I can actually race you then. Can I race you, since we're putting a Hellcat in it, can I race you with my Hellcat?
I ain't scared.
Just by going over it real quick, I've already noticed a few things. You know, the gaps are kind of too tight here. You got rust on the door. Quarter panels are pretty much shot. They'll have to be replaced. I'm gonna end up having to strip this whole car down and start from scratch. But yeah, this is a 68 I was telling you about that we're gonna need to order some parts on. So I'm gonna need quarter panels, you know, some door skins.
I got spare parts.
I don't think they've ridden around in a Dart together since the 80s. So I hope to see her get to roll around in it with them. They need something like that to, I guess, lift up their spirits.